yeah, you can see right here, like this would be the water. Hey, what is up, folks? Chris Souders, SlungerCat Outdoors. We're on the high river. We got an outside bend behind us. It's foggy. We're gonna check what's under the water and describe to you guys what we're seeing on the sonar. Let's get to it. All right, folks, we're gonna go ahead and get started here. We're gonna scan this outside bend of the river today. Now we'll be going downriver, looking, and we're gonna scan this little trough that you guys can see right here. So we got a shallow flat right here, and it kind of drops off right here close to the bank. And what that's from is the barges kind of hugging this side, and just the current and floods over the years have created this trough. This is where the main amount of current is. Now we are in late summer, early fall, so we'll go ahead and get started. Like I said, we'll be scanning this trough right here, and we'll be seeing what we can find. Now, what I picked does not have a lot of characteristics on the river as far as screaming, you know, a lot of fish or a lot of structure, but it's a good deep mud bank. You know, we're a 30-foot mud bank, and it, like I said, it's late summer, early fall. Probably gonna be a lot of mussels through here, and mussels hold fish, mussel beds hold fish. So we're just gonna look and scan this section as we go down through here. Now you can see right there on the side, we got a little bit of a washout, got some washed off bedrock, some chunk rock right in there. Not a whole lot. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna put it on that screen. You guys can see a little bit better. I like to scan at about 3.5, 4 miles an hour, 4.5 miles an hour, something like that. Just a good steady pace. I don't like to get overexcited with it. If you go too fast, you don't really see what's going on. Got a nice little drop right there. If you was fishing in some current, be a good little place to hold some fish or fish the stage up. We got a little fish right there, right above the drop. You can see this drop coming right here. A lot of times when a fish is up on that drop like that one right there, let me go back to this and I'll zoom in for you. You guys can see it's not much of a fish, but a lot of times if those fish are up on the tops of those humps, that means that they are feeding. Now this is a Humminbird Helix Gen 3 model. It's an older version, but it works very, very well. I will be doing some videos on the Lowrance as well, but today is just the Humminbird Helix. This is a 9-inch, got the side imaging and the 2D. There's a nice school of bait right there. And you can kind of see there's something chasing it too. You can see it better on the 2D right there, but I'll zoom in on the down imaging. So you got the school bait, and then you got something right there underneath it chasing it. Beautiful morning out here. Got a little fog and smoke on the water. I like that. That's means the water temperature's starting to cool off. We're starting to have some cool nights, and the air temperature is cooler than the water temperature. That means the water temperature is going to be coming down, and you can see we got a water temperature of 76 here. Just last week it was in the 80s, so we're definitely getting some water temperature drop. Now remember, like I said, this is just a mud bank, but even though it's a mud bank, you can see these lines that we're following. These lines are the contour lines that you'll see right through here. Okay, even though it is a mud bank, you'll still be able to see those little contour changes. Anywhere it's lighter and darker, all the way across is a contour change. The lighter is where it comes up, the darker is kind of where it flattens off, and so forth. Now right here, you know, we're in about 37 foot of water. Not a lot of stuff going on, but as you can see over towards the bank, there's a lot of fallen trees, a lot of brush and stuff laying into the water. Another school of bait. This would be a good bank if I was flathead fishing. deeper water relative to, you know, cover and structure up on the bank. It's going to hold a lot of bait, as you guys can see. We're marking a lot of bait in here. And one of the main reasons that I picked this is we have a feeder creek coming in right here. So I wanted to kind of see, you know, what would be around that feeder creek, especially this time of morning. Early morning can be really, really good around creeks or anywhere that high concentrations of bait. A little bit of brush right there, not much. Some small fish. These little marks like you're seeing here and here are, you know, those are smaller fish, not really quite even big enough to make a mark. Now on your 2D you can kind of see the yellow and the red mixing. It's not super hard. That's kind of telling us that we're in a mud bottom as well. We've got a nice little cut right here. There's a nice fish. Let me zoom in on that baby. That's a fish worth looking at. You can kind of see the outline. You can see the fin. It's kind of wide. It's short, but that's a good fish right there. And he's just out there cruising. Just out there cruising. We got some other fish on 2D. Like I said, these are smaller ones. And we're getting into a little bit rougher of a patch right here. Now, I can't 100% say, but normally whenever I get into a place like that, I will get around a lot of smaller blue cats. We got some wood, and that almost makes me think that there's going to be mussels around, but that's definitely on a ledge. We got some wood, got some washed off rock and stuff, and I really think there's going to be a lot of mussels in that area, and it's in some deeper water too. We have zero current. Oh, there's a couple good fish. Now we went directly over top of those. Those are a couple nice ones right there. Actually, that's a fish, and that is a little school of bait. He's up there chasing them, trying to get him something to eat for a snack. Now that is right there at the mouth of that little creek. You see that creek we just come in? We got a lot of grass over here on the bank. I like seeing that grass. That grass produces oxygen in the summertime as well. We got some small wood over here on the bank. Kind of got up a little bit shallow, but we'll just take a look and see what we see up here. If we had a little bit of current, this would be a really, really good flathead bank, I would think. Good place for those flatheads to come up at nighttime and ambush prey, you know, with all this wood. Got the grass, a nice gradual bank that comes up, and we got some depth that stays over close to the bank, and it's on the outside of a bend. Now you can see as I get closer to the bank, you can see that main ledge right there kind of ease back out just a little bit. The water clarity is extremely clear. I don't know how far down we can see, but it is very, very clear. This is probably one of the clearest waters I've seen on the high river and ever. There's a nice tree. That's a nice, it's not a real big tree, but it's just got a lot of stuff going on. We got a lot of bait fish hanging in it. We got some other fish, just a lot of cover for those fish to be up in, and you can just see all the fish laying up in it. What kind of fish they are, it's hard to say. Probably a mixture of everything, but it didn't look like any real big catfish per se. We got a little fish hanging out, a couple little fish hanging out back here in the back. They're probably thinking about going up there and getting them a little snack. We got something else coming up here. We got some more wood and a couple little ledges out there. That's a nice little wood pile. You know, things like this people don't think about too much. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on right here. You know, we got ledges and rock and wood, and relative to deeper water, we've marked all kinds of, this is bigger bait, this is not smaller bait. You know, so these are probably, my guess would be bigger gizzard shad. or some sort of bigger bait fish. And one thing I like about this bank that you may not think about, it's not a lot of humongous big structure, right? But the stuff that is here is really good, and there's nothing else for them on this bank, and that makes it really good. If you find a bank like this bank gets me excited. Now we're coming up on some rock, and so we got wood, we got rock, we got deeper water, we got creek mouth, we've got deeper water out to our left. We've got wood and rock mixed together. This is a bank. This is a good bank that you just come and you can fish. And this is probably a bank you can fish all times of the year. You know, there's places in high current for these fish to get up and out of the current. We could probably drag it this time of year, you know, drag out there right on the edge of all that structure and cover some water, catch some blue cats, catch some flatheads in this rock. Even though you don't mark a big fish, if you see a tree and there's nothing on it, man, give it 15 minutes, especially if you're flathead fishing. It can be really good. Right here we got some nice washed off bedrock, just got a lot of rubble rock around it, and this is out towards the middle of the river, so we got, you know, that ledge kind of comes up right here. It's a little bit darker. We're right here in a trough. Let's see where we're at on the screen. Yeah, you can see right here, like this would be the washed off bedrock as it goes up the bank right here. Man, this is a really, 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 really nice bank. Now I'm going to try to follow this. This is kind of where it starts to go out. The deeper water kind of goes off this bank and out into the middle of the river. So I'm going to follow this ledge. Yeah, that's nice. Look at all that. This is washed off bedrock right here. You can just tell how hard it is. And we got some rock right here on the edge. And one thing's for sure, when it's this foggy, be careful going out into the middle of the river like this. It can be very dangerous. Them barges can sneak up on you and you don't even know it. Especially like now, I'm not paying a whole lot of attention. You know, I'm concentrating on what I'm seeing on the sonar, and you can get excited like I am and what you're seeing, and forget about where you're at in the river and what's here. Just some more nice big rock out here. This is a really, really, really nice bank. Now, if you're wondering what these squiggly lines are, I've got a wire that's loose in the back. A little bit of interference between the Lowrance and the Hummingbird. That's about the only interference I will get between the two. All right, we're dropping off into some nice deeper water. We're into about 42 foot of water now. Still just a big rock ledge. Got a little tree right here. All right, at the bottom, that's a nice tree actually. And this is the reason, let me get back here. Did I say just fish it? Even though you may not see something in it, right there is a fish laying up underneath that tree in that deeper water. Now I come over here closer to the bank, so I want to show you guys this, but you know, you may miss that. If you're not really paying attention, you may miss that right there. All right, so there you go, folks. That was an awesome bank. I don't care who you are, that bank had a lot of cover, structure, characteristics, deep water, wood, rock, creek mouth, bait, you name it, it had it. But folks, I hope you enjoyed that video. Hopefully you learned something about what you're looking at on the sonar to help you out, break down your area. And if you like these videos, make sure you let us know in the comments. If you get a chance, share it out. And as always, thanks for watching. God loves you, I love you, and we'll catch you on the water.